The camera zooms in on a shiny 1972 1-cent coin resting on a wooden table, slowly rotating to catch the light. The soft clink of coins is heard. Asterisk. Coins may be small, but they carry a weight of history, and today we're going to talk about one of the most iconic pennies in the history of U.S. currency, the 1972 1-cent coin. It may seem like just another ordinary penny, but trust me, this coin has a fascinating story to tell. From its historical background to its surprising value, we'll explore everything you need to know about the 1972 penny. Stay tuned, because this coin is more than just pocket change. Cut to the host sitting at a desk with the 1972 penny on display in front of them. The host smiles warmly at the camera. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the 1972 1-cent coin. If you've ever had one of these little guys in your pocket or change jar, you might be surprised to learn that it has quite a bit of history and even some pretty interesting value. Whether you're a casual coin collector or just curious about your pocket change, I'm sure you'll find this video fascinating. So let's dive right in. The 1972 1-cent coin, a quick overview. The 1972 1-cent coin is part of the iconic series of Lincoln pennies that have been circulating since 1909. It's one of the millions of pennies minted in the early 1970s, a time when U.S. currency was undergoing some significant changes. But before we talk about the specifics of the 1972 penny, let's take a look at what made this coin stand out in history. The Lincoln Cent Series, a little background. The U.S. 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has a long history that dates back to 1793. But the 1972 penny, in particular, falls into a period of major shifts in American coinage. It's part of the famous Lincoln Cent Series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, marking the 100th anniversary of his birth. Cut to a montage of old coins showing the various designs of the Lincoln Cent through the years, including the wheat cent design, which was used on pennies up until 1958. Narrator, voiceover ***. Originally, the Lincoln penny featured two wheat stalks on the reverse side, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots. This design, called the wheat cent, was in circulation from 1909 until 1958. But in 1959, the design was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which would remain on the coin until 2008. But here's where things get interesting. The 1972 penny was struck during a period when the mint had already adopted the Lincoln Memorial reverse, and the coin would undergo some significant changes during this time. The 1972 penny design, what you'll see ***. So, what does the 1972 1-cent coin look like? Well, it features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the front, of the coin, designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner. This design has been used since 1909 and is still in use today, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The camera zooms in on a 1972 penny's obverse side, focusing on the details of Lincoln's profile. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the wheat stock design in 1959. The reverse design was created by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver at the U.S. Mint, and it depicts the iconic building that stands on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. The Lincoln Memorial design would be in use until 2008, but in 1972, it represented America's reverence for Lincoln's legacy and the country's history. Both sides of the coin are pretty straightforward, but the 1972 penny has an important place in the evolution of U.S. currency, especially when we look at what happened during this time. The 1972 penny and minting issues, the double die era now. Here's where things get interesting. The 1972 penny is infamous for one very important reason. It is home to one of the most famous minting errors in U.S. coinage history, the 1972 double die penny. Scene transition, ***cut to close-up shots of a 1972 penny with a clear example of the double die error. The camera highlights the doubling effect on the word liberty and the date. ******host, on screen ****. In 1972, some of the pennies that were struck by the U.S. Mint had a unique error that made them extremely valuable to collectors. The double die error happened when the die used to strike the coin had an imperfect impression, causing some of the letters and numbers to appear doubled. The most noticeable doubling on the 1972 penny can be found in the date, and the word liberty on the obverse. Asterisk. This error was so distinctive that it became a sought-after rarity among coin collectors. The 1972 double-die penny is one of the most well-known error coins in the history of U.S. currency, and depending on its condition, it can be worth thousands of dollars. Asterisk the value of the 1972 1-cent coin, common versus rare asterisk host, on screen asterisk. So, what's the value of a 1972 penny? Well, it really depends on the coin's condition and whether it has the famous double die error. For the majority of 1972 pennies, you'll find they're worth only their face value, 1 cent. These coins are common and aren't particularly rare, since over 4.5 billion of them were minted that year. However, the 1972 double die penny is a different story. Scene transition, *cut to a display of various 1972 pennies, including some with wear and others with perfect detail. A regular 1972 penny in average condition is worth just about 1 cent, while one in uncirculated condition can be worth around 50 cents to $1. But if you happen to find a 1972 double-die penny in good condition, then you're in for a potential windfall. A 1972 double-die penny in mint state can be worth anywhere from $500 to $5,000 or more, depending on the severity of the error and its overall condition. Asterisk. The value of a 1972 double-die penny can vary significantly. For example, a minor double-die penny, where the doubling is noticeable but not dramatic, could be worth $500 to $1,000. However, a more prominent example of the double die error could fetch as much as $3,000 to $5,000 at auction. And in some cases, especially with high-grade coins, it could go for even more. ### the worth of the 1972 1-cent coin in circulation today. Let's shift gears a bit. While the 1972 penny is famous for its minting errors and collectible value, it still holds a role in the current economy. Over the years, billions of pennies have been produced, and the 1972 1-cent coin is no exception. But how much is all this pocket change really worth in circulation today? As of today, there are hundreds of billions of pennies still in circulation, many of which date back to 1972 and other years. The total value of all U.S. pennies in circulation is estimated to be around $5 billion, a massive amount when you think about how much space those little coins take up in our pockets, wallets, and banks. Although pennies don't have much buying power individually, they still play a significant role in the economy. They are used in everyday transactions, especially for making exact change. Small businesses, vending machines, and coin-operated machines are just a few examples of places where pennies are still regularly used. Should we get rid of the penny? But with rising production costs and the growing use of digital payments, there's an ongoing debate about whether we should phase out the penny. Some argue that it's an outdated form of currency, while others say it's a symbol of American heritage. Countries like Canada have already stopped minting pennies, and there are discussions in the U.S. about whether it's time to retire the penny altogether. While it may seem like a small issue, the decision to remove the penny from circulation could have a big impact on the economy and society. Conclusion: the 1972 1-cent coin legacy *. So, whether you love it or hate it, the 1972 1-cent coin has a legacy that goes far beyond its humble face value. From its place in U.S. currency history to its status as a highly coveted era coin, the 1972 penny is more than just pocket change, it's a part of American culture. The camera zooms in on the 1972 penny once more, showcasing its details. Thanks for joining me today on this deep dive into the 1972 1-cent coin. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories about coins and their hidden value. And don't forget to check your change, you might just have a rare 1972 double-die penny waiting for you.